We are clapping when the music was on. Let's clap right now. Aseme tulijitungia makofi. Carol, welcome.
Asante. Ni kama hiyo makofi haijafika.
Hey!
Or is it because we are still hungry? There is African food, so let's go. You may take your seats. You may take your seats.
Thank you.
It is such a beautiful day, and you are looking wonderful, beautiful. My goodness. I agree with you, Caris. Wedding, floral. Floral. You guys, this color, what do you think about the floral? Amazing. Like everyone is just expressing themselves with whatever color. I'll start my conversation by asking you, did you know that color is a form of therapy that heals? Did you know that? When you join a class, NFHLA, you will learn how to heal using colors. Anyone who knows, hiya, good to see you. Hiya, that's my former classmate from UN. Wakili mwenzako huyo. I am happy to see, this is when I'm seeing people that I'm just, Ruth is also here. My goodness, Lynn, good to see you. Consolata, I was not even knowing who. You have even eyelashes, eh? It's a serious business over here. So if you join our class, you will learn that colors heal. And if you know me in person, you know that I love color. You know that I use color to heal. You know that I cannot survive. If you walk into my house, my baby is here and she's very camera shy, but you can come and say hi. Oh, please come, please come. I know she's very camera shy, and she will also show you that she is a reflection of who I am, because as she walks here, you will notice she has all the colors of this world. You can tell. I know. This is the fruit of my womb. She's the love of my life. She's my body. She's my BFF. And she's my opposite. She's the one who manages my hyperness. She's the calm one. Maybe she can only say hi.
Hi. My name is Precious, her daughter. Yes, Precious Pauline Ongoi. And nice seeing all of you here. Yes.
Thank you. Amejaribu kabisa, kabisa, kabisa. So she will attest to why I referred to her is she will attest to you that in my house I have all the colors, but the bright colors. I am a lover of orange, mustard, blue. I'm a lover of green. I was telling Bella yesterday how I've ran away from green, but it keeps following me. However, green means prosperity, new life, beautiful things. First of all, congratulations if your feet are stepping on the grass. If they are not stepping on the grass, I'm sorry, you are missing out. We are walking barefoot. This is the most affordable party you have ever attended, where you expected to walk barefoot. That business of heels, no more. My name is Carol, your health coach, for you who is watching us online. And I've been invited here to give a brief. I don't know how to write speeches. I don't know how to read speeches. I talk from my heart. And for you who is watching the first time, Carol, your health coach, is a naturopathic health coach. I use nature and see how we can use it to prevent and manage diseases. I'm so much passionate about preventive medicine. Instead of us running to hospital when we are sick, we need to see what can we do to prevent these diseases. I'll tell you a small story. Now, I'm online, just follow me, but I'll tell these people as good to see you, Lilian. This is one thing, when you're given the microphone here, now you can finally see everyone. I know I've not been able to hug everyone. So if I mention your name, just even Priska is here. Wow. Priska from Mayola Foods. I want to tell you a brief story. I know Mom amesema kitu at some point in my life. There are people who owe me an apology, starting with my best friend, Flo. Yes, she has been apologizing because for a while, people thought I was crazy. For the longest time, people close to me were avoiding to sit next to me because they were sure I was crazy. I was working for USAID, and one day I woke up and I said, I'm not going to work anymore. I'm going to help women so that they never ever have to go through what I went through. What I was going to do, I have no idea. How I was to pay her school fees, I don't know. How I was to pay rent, I don't know. The craziness continued for a period of 7 to 8 cumulative years of not being able to afford even a meal. And for 7 years, my parents, Mami na Fafa, they fed me as a graduate. 2021, I was so broke. Very broke. I was auctioned. Because that is the time that the seed was coming out. See, when the chicken lies on the eggs for 20, how many days? 21 days. The last day, the eggshell starts to crack. My 2021 was my cracking point. But the journey was born out of the most miserable time of the year for the whole world in 2020. What happened in 2020? COVID came. And everything I had been teaching people to do, and they did, they got better. And that is when they said, Ule mama si cheesy. That girl knew what she was talking about. I know my wakili is very fond of telling me I am a thinker and I overthink and I do crazy things, and sometimes when he thinks what I'm thinking he can't tell, but I'm a thinker. So after the 7 years, within the 7 years, what I was doing is a lot of research. I love reading. I love any gift you want to gift me today. Please gift me a book. I love books, and I love writing. So I kept writing what I was experiencing. The first thing that I experienced was when I held a dinner at Kempinski. That time I was working with Health Sister Foundation. You can see Health Sister Foundation over there. Health Sister Foundation is a non-profit that I started in 2013 to help cancer patients pick up the pieces because I'm a cancer survivor. And so we had a dinner. We had partnered with someone, I think Apollo Hospital, I can't remember. Then I was dressed in a very nice fitting dress. But then I posted on Facebook because I was feeling so nice and sexy. Then someone wrote, choose a stomach, you have 3. That was the beginning of my journey because I needed to choose a stomach. Please, if you are watching and you're the one who wrote I choose a stomach, I now have 1, proudly. That was the genesis because I was like, Jehovah, if I'm not able to do this for me, how do I do it for other people? And so I started the journey, not because I was cyberbullied, but also because I wanted to keep healthy. And I did the natural ways. And in 3 months, the stomach had disappeared. I was looking young. I was looking gorgeous. So guess what? Our Kenyan, our African culture is, ulidfanya, what have you been doing? Unakula? And that is the first time I recruited Healthy Life ambassadors. I told them, come, I show you. So 2020, I had a group virtually of women who wanted to lose their stomachs. If you want to lose your stomach, please come and join me. No, I'm not looking at you, Rod. I'm not seeing a stomach. My first journey was 2020 when COVID was happening. And if you go to my Facebook page, I write a lot on social media. I started posting my day-to-day life. And somehow I didn't know it was inspiring. I did not know it was inspiring. And for those years, anytime someone asked me, I am having backache, what do? I used to tell them, go and do this and this and this and this, and then it works. And then they tell someone else, and then they tell someone else. And the first group of Healthy Life ambassadors, Miona Scholar was, I think we still have a WhatsApp group. Sindio, the WhatsApp group is still existing. It was started in that time when I was just sharing with people. Evo too, I think you've seen, I love sharing information. So me, I was just sharing information and people started believing in it. However, I want to take you back to 2017. When I went for surgery in 2013, I had cervical cancer, removed my reproductive system. And Tatashiko is here. I know wasalimie tu hivyo. Mtu wa kamera waonyesha na Tatashiko hana mzee, mtu anataka bibi mzuri. But Tatashiko took care of me. And one of the gifts that she gave me, one was to sit with me during doctor's appointment. I think that's the best gift you can give someone. just sitting there with me waiting for the doctor. That's a gift that she gave me. Then after that nikaenda nyumbani and I was living with her. I actually did not live with mom. Mom alikuwa naishi huko chini na my dad na auntie Shiko alikuwa ananitunza. And auntie Shiko really took care of me, and she was my first guinea pig because she was going some health problems and I told her what to do and then it worked. Then we had a family event and Tata Njoki came home and found Tata Shiko looking glomless. And she was like, kwani mnyi mlifanya nini? Then we started with Tata Njoki. She became the second guinea pig. And we continued and we continued. I would proudly say wale ambao mmesikia walikuwa na nyamba nyumbani ni sisi. I know you have heard my mother say proudly that tulikuwa tunanyamba ni sisi. And it took so long for me to understand what was put in that jug, because every morning my mom would come up, kwetu ni huko chini, should come up with a jug that looked like juice. You see what you're taking, the kombucha, the one that you're taking. But she used to come with that jug and tell me, Karo, hii lazima mtakunywa. So we used to drink with Auntie Shiko. I never questioned what it was until when my body started healing and doctors were telling me, we don't understand what is happening. Your body is healing itself magically. And after a while, after I started the conversations with women, I used to go to Kenyatta. I used to go to Thika level 5 to just go and hug people. You notice I love hugs. So even today, if you want a hug, please come, I'll hug you. I just wanted to go and hug people because I had learned that when you are sick, well, the one thing you need is a hug. And so I started later is when I asked my mom, what is it that you used to give us? She gave me 3 weeds. Kwa Kikuyu inaitwa Ria. Ria is weed. For those people who joined us on farm tours, is there anyone who came for farm tour here? Yes, we were able to see all those Rias. And then I took that and I was like, my mom must be doing something that I don't know. That is when I started following her up. And the Healthy Life Ambassadorship, they continued enjoying my free services. So if you're here and you're Healthy Life Ambassadors, kola uanze, please weka kitu kwa mfuko yangu. I had taught you for free for so long, but it is okay. I am so proud of it. 2017, I started borrowing a lot of information from my mom, but she could only give me in Kikuyu. And so I started now taking it to the lab and understanding what it means. And then I sat down in 2016 with a group of nutritionists in Thika. And I would love to honor the late Njoki Kiguda. We started Health Sister with her. She was our resident nutritionist. She passed on last year. May she rest in peace. Because she she gave me a lot of information on nutrition. Then we sat down with nutritionists and I thought, it's not slapping, because the curriculum has the kales, the cabbages, the bananas, but it doesn't have the mesheges and the meshiri and the mefangis, the indigenous African. And then I kept writing. One day in 2017, God woke me up at 3 a.m. By the way, we are buddies with God. He tells me stories. So I started writing in 2017. One night at 3 a.m., in 3 hours, I wrote the curriculum that you're studying today. I wrote from the first what is it called, topic, to the last. There are 12. And that is when God revealed to me about the 12 circles of life. Of course, it didn't make sense because again, I was like, Sasa, what will I go and tell people? So I hid the curriculum, and because I had already been labeled as crazy woman, I didn't know anyone would even buy into my curriculum. So I kept quiet until when COVID came, and I was like, the things I was teaching are the things that I have, that for me to hear about. And so 2021, when I was very, very, very broke. It's good to be broke, by the way, because it makes you think. It made me think. And then by default, Gogewa Karaja MCTV. And by the way, Goge, I know you are watching, and some people are asking here where you are, but he had an event, he could not come. He came to do my story. And he told me, I want you to share your story about cancer. Then I told him, no, I'm tired. I'm tired of telling people my story. My head has a lot. From where your camera, let's talk about something. And because he's a jovial person and also sometimes a joker, he told me, let's talk about sex. And I told him, usikuogopi, weka hiyo camera. tukaeka kazi, and that is how most of you started now watching me. And people thought now, this crazy woman who was talking about weeds is now talking about sex. Kwani what can she do? Kitu mama yangu haja waambia is because I am a multi-talented child. Growing up, my mom alikuwa ananiambia Karo, dugeithirio mwe. Mara I'm writing songs. Mara I'm doing poems. Mara I'm in acting. The next minute I want to be a doctor. The next minute I'm a lawyer. I can do so many things. But one desire, one prayer I had from the word go is that when I grow up, I'll create a space for weird people like me. And I can proudly tell you before God today as I stand here, R&B is a place for weirdos. You see those weirdos clapping? They are weirdos. Because it's a space for people who've been labeled crazy. It's a place for people with mental health issues, physical illnesses, life issues, and I've been able to create a space where we can grow together. The other day I had a conversation with some team members, and they told me they look forward every morning to coming to the office. That I do not take pride in. I will just give it to God, because it's God who offered me a chance to do that. So I started teaching, and I still could not believe myself. 2016, I did a show. I think 2015. And that is where my wakili saw that video. I did it at Shared Moments with Justus, called Raising a Healthy Generation. Then he watched. And because I'm telling you I'm a weirdo, so if you're here, you are a weirdo, because I relate with weirdos. This man, whom I did not know, called me with this low accent. Young girl! You have no idea what you have in your brain. You have solutions for Africa. But then you are very mean to me. You need to. But I thank God for that meanness. He told me, go and pray for 6 months. And if your God says that what I've told you is true, come and look for me. Of course, I thought, how can I even afford a lawyer? Lakini watu ni wenda wazimu, huyo mjaluo ameona tu mtu wa kuscam. I was like, unajua watu online, they are just crazy. I kept quiet, and I still did not believe in myself. Professor Wanderi from MKU, Uncle Wanderi, God bless you. Every morning he used to wake up and write to me on WhatsApp and tell me, young girl, you have no idea what you have in your head. You need to patent what is in your head. And I was like, kwani, what is he seeing? Every morning, Professor Wanderi reminded me and told me you need to patent. Again, I ignored him because I didn't believe in myself. And because I was waiting for someone else to approve me. And I didn't know that I did not need anyone's approval. I still went to look for a job. That is how I met Rhoda Kidula. I went to look for a job at Hope FM. I got a job. I did not finish even 2 months because everyone at the office was asking me, Kara, unafanya nini hapa? You don't belong here. Because enyewe I did not belong there. But today I know I was supposed to go and meet Rhoda Kidula. And after that, after I had resisted God's call, because it was resistance, a lot of resistance, because I was asking God, how will I go to introduce dandelion? Kwa Kikuyu it's called mudhuga. How am I going to tell people mudhunga? How am I going to tell people mufangi? But the whole time I was just following my mom's guidance. And the whole time I was like, God, me, I'm not qualified. It took one man of God who I shared with, and he told me, Caro, maybe you are suffering. You are here stressing up a lot, and maybe your blessings will come through those midhungas. Can you hear the word of God and just? And indeed, today as we speak, I'm here because I am a product of the midhungas and mifangis. After 6 months, I never looked for my wakili. Of course, I did what I thought was right because I didn't know I would afford him. And I went, jumped up and down, looked for shortcuts. Someone said yesterday that shortcuts are dangerous. They are very dangerous. I looked for shortcuts, and those shortcuts did not lead me anywhere. After so many years, we reunited with Wakili, and we were able to look at it now from what I have, the curriculum, look at it legally. So as I speak here, we have looked at it in all legal aspects, in all areas, in all ways. We have trademarked, we have copyrighted, we have done all the legal things that needs to be done. And it has been quite a journey. And then, of course, I was at 2021. I did the show, blah, blah, blah. Still, I did not believe in myself. So if you're seated here and you don't believe in yourself, please Just know I am one of those victims who never believed in myself. So what was I doing? When you come with a problem, I'll tell you to go and look for that thing somewhere. And then you'll tell me, no, me, I want yours. That is how R&B products were born. I never thought I would ever sell anything. So for you who is wondering what we sell, we take the natural products, we solar dry them in their most natural state. We pack them for you who is very far and you can't afford. And for those who can get access to them, like most of you here have been privileged, you have come for the farm tour and you can find them in your compound. That is what we do. So the R&B products were born again out of a problem. I think I need to be branded as a person who gives birth to things after a problem. I think so. Because again, the problem was people are asking for these things. What do I do? And then I'm like, Jehovah, I don't even know how to price them. Because I was feeling like I'm scamming. Me, I was like, huh? Then I met Rose Kamande. Where is Rose? Rose Kamande over here. She has really helped me with finance in terms of making sense out of it and feeling I'm not robbing people. Because I was like, kaimefagi. Now, how do you say? I mean, but then she helped me understand there's labor, there's the packaging paper and all these things. So it is worth a certain amount. Okay. When it comes to things like taxation, we have our tax officer over here, Ruth. Yes, the brains around here, my friend. Ruth, we school together at UN, and she's a tax expert. If you have tax problems, talk to her. Yeah. So I started making. Never started it as a business until you people pushed me to make it a business. And as we stand here, the business is able to feed more than 150 families directly because of your problems. But today, if we woke up and said we won't work again, 150 homestead directly would not have food stuff. I love creating awareness. I love educating. But I could not continue creating awareness and helping people to know what to do without a plan. And so, of course, the first shows that I did, there were so many orders. I didn't know what to do. I was so lost. I was so confused because, again, I had not seen it come. Okay? So then I had to get people to help me run it as a business. We met with Rhoda, and she was at Auntie Rhoda, pale Hope FM, Sitame. And I used to fear Rhoda. Nilikuwa nasema ni mwokovu. Hey. Okay, I'm not saying she's not. And again, I started creating content now in English because after Ngoge Wakaraja and Medha ya Kagoni, I know you are watching as well. Thank you very much. The other community started asking what is being said in these shows that people seem to be hearing, but we need. So I started now doing it in English. And then I want to invite Lynn here because she's the one who will tell you what happened. I don't know how I landed in her show. She will tell you what happened. So I did shows with Rhoda, and thank you so much, Rhoda, for the platform. Unfortunately, after we did all that, someone messed up our YouTube, but we are rising up again. We are strong. So the content creation at Rhoda, I don't know how it landed me to Lynn. We love Lynn. But Lynn, we know each other from before. We were doing another project for a patient. But I had said, God, Jehovah, Father, if this is your calling, it's you who will take me there. Lynn, Karibu, come and tell me, how did I land into your shows? Because most people who are seated next to you, they are like, I watched you, Kwa Lynn. Please, come.